Hi everyone, and welcome to another flight review. Today we're flying on board Vietnam Airlines from Singapore to Ho Chi Minh City in economy class. Vietnam Airlines uses Terminal 4 for check-in, which is a completely separate terminal from Terminals 1, 2 and 3 at Singapore. Check-in opened 3 hours before our flight departed. My flight today is VN 650. After a very standard check-in and security, I headed to gate G17, which was my boarding gate this afternoon. Along the way from security to the gates, there are many duty-free shops and food outlets in Terminal 4. And here is our aircraft for today. It is a Vietnam Airlines A321, which is 9 years old, being delivered to Vietnam Airlines in December of 2013. It is registered as VNA608. Singapore Airport has got to have the nicest gate lounge I have ever seen. Anyway, boarding was called roughly 15 minutes late.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Face mask, please wear.
I don't have a face mask.
Go on board.
Thank you.
Get the bag.
Welcome on board the Vietnam Airlines A321 in a 2-class layout. This specific one has 16 business class seats in total in a 2-2 configuration, and economy class is in a 3-3 configuration stretched across 29 rows.
Hello.
My seat for the next 2 hours is 25A. Here you have an average size tray table which can be pulled down and is able to slide backwards and forwards, however it is not foldable. Below that you have your seat pocket which contains the in-flight magazine, safety card and an air sickness bag. Be aware that there are no USB ports or universal power sockets on the seat. Here is my view from 25A. The recline situation is pretty generous. And finally, on the side of each seat, there is a coat hook.
Takeoff and landing. Do not open the aircraft door without giving crew requirement to avoid confidence safety. Wait mainly to a point according to the regulations. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, passengers are required to wear face masks and strictly follow epidemic prevention regulations throughout the flight and arrival airport. Thank you.
The cabin crew came around and gave us a sanitising wipe. Not long after, the safety demonstration played and we began our pushback.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally by securing the elastic band around your head. Only when your mask is secure should you assist children or fellow passengers.
Quý khách không được mở cửa máy bay khi không có yêu cầu của tiếp viên hoặc không phải trường hợp khẩn cấp.
You are requested not to open the aircraft door without cabin's attendant's requirement or not in case of emergency.
Trong trường hợp khẩn cấp, hệ thống đèn thoát hiểm sẽ bật sáng, dẫn quý khách đến cửa thoát hiểm.
In the event of emergency, a scan path marking lights will come on to guide you to the exit. Access may be behind you.
Trường hợp hạ cánh khẩn cấp xuống nước, áo phao được để trong túi phía dưới ghế.
And not run to the life jacket from its location.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Vietnam Airlines member of SkyTeam Alliance, Captain, Queen Cao Nguyen, Purser, Cẩm Ly, and all crew members, we would like to greet you a Lunar New Year filled with joy, warmth, and happiness. It's our pleasure to welcome you on board our Airbus A321 aircraft.
Not long before we reached our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet, the cabin crew came around and began the meal service. There were two options, the fish with noodles or the pork with gravy. I opted for the pork with gravy, which was just like any other pork with gravy. Nothing really stood out apart from the fact that it was... Let's take a quick stroll through the in-flight magazine on board.
weather in Ho Chi Minh City is good, cloudy to light wind, temperature 28 degrees Celsius. After landing, it will take about 5 minutes to taxi to the parking center. We hope you enjoy your flight. Thank you and goodbye. Cabin crew prepare for landing.
As we begin our descent and landing into Ho Chi Minh City, I'd like to point out a few things. First of all, despite their age, the seats were very comfortable for a flight of this length. I actually found it to be more roomy than my previous flight on Qantas. Anyway, the crew were probably the sweetest crew I've ever had on a flight and definitely bring Vietnamese hospitality to the air. So all in all, I'd give Vietnam Airlines a solid 8 out of 10. I'll now leave you with the approach and landing footage for runway 07 right at Ho Chi Minh City. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport, Ho Chi Minh City. Please now 2:15 p.m. local time. The outside temperature is around 28 degrees Celsius. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to complete stop and the passenger side has been turned off. Take care of your belongings and ensure the contents will not fall out when opening the overhead lockers. You are requested not to open the aircraft door unless instructed by the cabin crew. Please leave it front seatbelt or seat or return to cabin crew. We hope you enjoy your flight with us. On behalf of Vietnam Airlines, a member of SkyTeam Alliance, Captain Huỳnh Cao Nguyên, Purser, Company and all crew members would like to say goodbye to you and wish you a pleasant stay in Ho Chi Minh City. We look forward to seeing you again.